there is a place where the logic of geography seems to fail. A country shaped like a crescent moon, clutching the turquoise hem of the Adriatic Sea, while its heart rests deep in the Danubian plains. Most know it as a summer postcard, a backdrop of terracotta roofs and limestone cliffs. But look closer. This land has been the ultimate frontier for 3 millennia. It is the exact point where the Mediterranean world meets the Slavic soul, and where the Roman Empire never truly died. From the walled citadels that guarded the west to the rugged peaks that defied conquerors. This is the story of a nation that survived being at the crossroads of every major empire in human history. To understand Europe, you must understand this borderland. A place where history is written in stone, salt, and blood. This is not just a travel destination. It is a living museum of the human spirit's resilience. In the next minutes, we will uncover the layers of this frontier, examining how a small nation managed to preserve its identity while standing in the path of giants. To understand Croatia, you must first analyze its impossible shape. Looking at a map, the country appears to wrap itself around neighboring Bosnia and Herzegovina, creating a massive coastline that seems disproportionate to its size. This is a country of 3 distinct worlds, each with its own climate, dialect, and soul. In the north and east lies the Pannonian Basin, the golden plains of Slavonia. Here, the rhythm of life is dictated by the great rivers, the Danube, the Drava, and the Sava. It is a land of endless horizons and rich soil that has fed empires for centuries, from the Romans to the Austro-Hungarians. But as you move south, the earth rises violently. The Dinaric Alps form a limestone spine, a formidable barrier of white rock and dark forests. This is the Karst heartland, a wilderness that feels light years away from the sun-drenched coast. It is a place of bears, wolves, and silent mountain peaks. And then there is the third world, the Adriatic. Over 1,000 islands are scattered like jewels across the clearest water in Europe. This geography dictated the fate of the people. While the coast looked toward Venice and Rome, the interior looked toward Vienna and Budapest. This duality created a culture that is simultaneously Central European and Mediterranean. A place where you can find Viennese coffee culture just a few hours' drive from ancient olive groves that have stood for 2,000 years. Long before the modern state existed, the Roman Empire recognized this coast as the strategic key to the Adriatic. The province of Dalmatia was a jewel in the Roman crown, providing soldiers, emperors, and resources. In the northern city of Pula, one of the world's best preserved Roman amphitheaters still stands. Unlike the Colosseum in Rome, the Pula Arena retains its four-side towers, standing as a massive stone oval that once held 20,000 spectators. It is a haunting reminder of the sheer scale of Roman engineering. But the Roman influence is perhaps most surreal in the city of Split. In the year 305 AD, the Emperor Diocletian, the only Roman emperor to ever voluntarily retire, chose a quiet bay here to build his massive retirement palace. He wanted to be near his birthplace, but he also wanted a fortress capable of withstanding any siege. Today, that palace isn't a museum or a ruin behind velvet ropes. It is the living, breathing heart of the city. Over 3,000 people still live within its ancient walls. Modern apartments are built directly into Roman stone. Laundry hangs over 1,700-year-old columns. People drink their morning espresso on the same steps where Roman praetorians once stood guard. It is a seamless blend of the ancient and the mundane, where history isn't something you look at, it's something you live in. The limestone walls have absorbed the stories of countless generations, yet they remain as solid as the day they were quarried. Further south, tucked between the mountains and the sea, lies Dubrovnik, the pearl of the Adriatic. For centuries, this was the Republic of Ragusa, a tiny but incredibly wealthy city-state. Surrounded by giants, the Ottoman Empire to the east and the Venetian Republic to the west, Dubrovnik survived not through military might, but through masterclass diplomacy and trade. Its walls, nearly 2 kilometers of solid stone, were built and reinforced over 500 years. They have never been breached by an invading army, standing as a monument to human persistence. The people of Dubrovnik were visionaries. Their motto was Libertas, liberty. In 1416, while much of the world still relied on forced labor, the Republic of Ragusa became one of the first places on earth to officially abolish slavery, calling it shameful and against all humanity. They established a quarantine system for sailors long before modern medicine understood germs, protecting their citizens from the plagues that ravaged Europe. This spirit of independence and intellect is woven into the very DNA of Croatia. If you're finding value in this investigation of historical frontiers, consider subscribing to Expedition Atlas as we continue to document the globe's most significant stories. Dubrovnik was a pioneer, and today it remains a testament to what a small group of people can achieve when they value freedom and intelligence above all else. Leaving the salt air behind and moving into the misty mountains of the interior, we find a landscape that feels like it belongs in a fantasy novel. Plitvice Lakes National Park is a geological miracle. It is a labyrinth of 16 terraced lakes, all connected by a series of cascading waterfalls and emerald pools. But the real magic is invisible. The entire region is built on karst, a type of landscape where the bedrock is soluble. Over millions of years, water has dissolved the limestone, creating a subterranean world of caves and rivers that disappear and reappear miles away. At Plitvice, a unique biological process occurs. A special type of moss and algae helps create tufa or travertine barriers. These are essentially living rocks that grow a few centimeters every year, constantly changing the shape of the waterfalls. It is one of the few places on Earth where the landscape is literally growing before your eyes. Nearby, at Croatia National Park, the water thunders over massive falls like Skredinsky Book, where the power of the river was once used to run the first alternating current hydroelectric power plant in Europe. Nature here isn't just a view, it's a force that has dictated human settlement and inspired legends for centuries. Croatia's impact on the world is often hidden in plain sight. Take, for example, the necktie. In the 17th century, Croatian mercenaries serving in France wore distinctive scarves tied around their necks. The French were fascinated by this Croatian style, which they called la Cravat. Today, billions of people wear this Croatian invention to work every day, unaware of its military origins on the frontiers of Europe. But the country's greatest intellectual gift to humanity was born in the small village of Smiljan in 1856. His name was Nikola Tesla. Born during a lightning storm on a rugged frontier, Tesla would go on to invent the modern world. He harnessed the power of alternating current, dreamed of wireless communication, and laid the foundation for almost everything we use today. Tesla often said he was equally proud of his Serbian heritage and his Croatian homeland. Today, that tradition of innovation continues with companies like Rebirth, which produces the world's most advanced electric hypercars. These machines are built just miles from where ancient empires once fought, proving that the Croatian spirit of innovation is as resilient as its stone walls. From the Cravat to the electric motor, this land has always been a place where necessity meets brilliant invention. The 20th century was a trial by fire for this nation. Following the collapse of Yugoslavia, Croatia had to fight a devastating war for its independence in the 1990s. The images of the besieged city of Vukovar and the shelling of Dubrovnik are still fresh in the memory of its people. But the story of the last few decades is one of an incredible rebirth. Croatia has transformed itself into a stable democracy. a member of the European Union, and one of the safest countries in the world. Whether it is the truffle-rich forests of Istra, which resemble a more rugged Tuscany, or the sea organ in Zadaren, architectural masterpiece that uses the waves to play hauntingly beautiful music. Croatia is a country that has mastered the art of living. It is a place where history is respected, but the future is embraced. As the sun sets over the Adriatic, a sunset that Alfred Hitchcock called the most beautiful in the world, you realize that Croatia is not just a point on a map. It is a frontier of the soul, a place that reminds us that even after centuries of conflict, beauty and peace can prevail. Thank you for traveling with us through the heart of the Adriatic. If you want to support our mission of documenting the world's most compelling destinations, subscribe to Expedition Atlas and hit the notification bell. Until next time, keep exploring.